Hey guys, welcome back to Our Vision Farm. Today I wanted to show you what we are working on. We're having some open hours on our farm again today on this Saturday. We had one person show up so far, still waiting on a couple more. So what we've been doing to use up our time wisely instead of just sitting around is we have been cleaning up this garden over here. This is our backyard garden, and we have been just clearing it out and prepping it to plant some green beans. And we had all kinds of things growing in here, but most of it was weeds, so we've pulled almost everything out, and I got a little spot in the middle still to clear up, and it is basically ready to get some green beans planted in here. I got Bubba over here free ranging. The sheep are out eating grass, and we've been throwing buckets and buckets full of weeds for them to eat as well, so it counts as feed for them. And we are using our time wisely here since we are here at the farm anyway. So I got a little bit more to clear up here, but we chose green beans to plant in here because green beans are very easy to grow, and they grow well here in the summertime. They're not too sensitive to the heat, and also they add nitrogen to the soil. This soil has been being built up for the last couple years so far. We've been bringing in dirt. For a couple of the first years we brought in a lot of dirt, and then the past couple years we have been focusing on bringing in leaves. So in the fall time we rake up all the leaves, and we've been layering it in here, so that has been building up this soil for quite a while. And we've also been putting manure, animal manure in here. Let me just lock this up because the sheep might get in. So the soil here is not bad at all. As you can see over there, we have lots of white sandy soil. That's pretty much what we started with here. But now we have a little bit darker. It's not perfect yet, but we've been building it up, and our sunflowers have been loving it. These are the burgundy sunflowers. We had the mammoths. We have kale and collards growing in the background, and then the tomatoes that my husband has been growing have been doing really good. So he's also been working on fertilizing this stuff a lot with the composting tea. We have zinnias here. So I picked up the rest of the carrots that we had in this garden, and we actually sold them earlier today. Somebody bought those. But what we're focusing on, planting green beans in here because I want to fill up all of this empty space with just green beans, because we want to focus on having a large quantity of things instead of what we've been doing the past few years and just planting a big giant variety of things. So we're going to focus on the amounts that we're growing so that we can sustain both our family and then have some to preserve as well, and be able to sell some to the public. So we figure if we plant this whole entire garden, I'm not sure how big it is, but I'm standing at the end of it. It goes all the way over there. Once it's all cleaned up, we plant this with all green beans, then that should definitely give us a lot of harvest and a big quantity of green beans so that we're able to bunch them up and sell them to the community, eat some ourselves, and freeze some, maybe pickle some. Or I have to figure out if I can do some canning, like water bath, or canning them in water, kind of like canned green beans you buy at the store. So that is the plan for this garden, and I think that's how we're going to do it for now on. We're going to focus on maybe 1 or 2 vegetables per garden. That way we have a lot more to offer to the public, because people are always asking us if we have vegetables for sale, if we do produce. They're looking for organic produce, and I can never really say yes. I tell them, well, we mostly grow for our family, and then when we have extras we offer it to the public. But I'd like to be able to be a place where people can stop by year-round and be able to pick up some organic vegetables for their family. But in order to do that, we definitely have to work on the quantities that we're growing. So we have this nice big plot to work with that I just want to plant green beans in. So we're going to keep what we have going here. We have some collards and the Italian kale. I kind of try to trim up all of the leaves that were damaged by pests and that looked dried up. So we cleaned up around them, pulled up all the weeds. I'm going to keep my sunflowers, the big ones, I'm going to let them dry out so I can save the seeds. And then my little burgundy ones haven't flowered yet, so I'm definitely going to leave those as is. And we're not going to touch the tomatoes over there because those are full of nice green tomatoes. So we're going to let those ripen on the plants. But everything else, pretty much, we're going to have it just like this, nice and plain. And we're going to be planting green beans. I guess when we go do our animal feed shopping, the Tractor Supply we go to sells pretty big bags of the green bean seeds. So we're going to go ahead and grab, I'm not sure how many we would need, but I want to plant them pretty tight in here. So I want to get a lot of plants in here and just have like little rows for walkways for us to get through. But that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to be giving you guys updates on how that comes along. And I'll definitely do like a harvesting video so we can see how much we gathered in that first harvest. Green beans are good because they keep on giving for quite a while. It's not just like a one and done type of thing. You pick the green beans and it continues to produce for a little bit. So if you want to have green beans all the time, it's also a good idea to stagger plant them. So plant some green beans one week, plant some new seeds the next week. That way you can extend your season of green beans and you can have them all throughout the year. But what we're going to do is just plant this whole garden in green beans. Hopefully we get a couple harvests out of it and we have enough to sell to customers, and that way we can get our freezer loaded up with some green beans for the year and get some canned up as well and pickled. So that is the idea. I got a little patch here in the middle to finish up pulling, and then this bed is pretty much ready to go. My husband has been mixing some of the old composted cow manure in here, and then the next step would be getting the seeds and getting them planted, well watered until they get established, and then we will show you the process, the progress on the growth of all of that. So I can't wait to see this whole garden full of all those green bean plants and be able to show you how much we can grow off this little plot over here. So that is what's going on today as we're waiting for a couple more customers that are supposed to come by. And that is pretty much it. I actually enjoy having the open farm days here instead of like going to the festivals and farmers markets, because we can get work like this done while we're waiting for customers to arrive. So I think we're definitely going to do more of that down the line, but just wanted to show you what the project was for today. So I'll give you guys an update on that later, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
You guys are following me. What did you want? Do you have a snack?
Hey!